Holy crap, we're back. It's been way too long, and we are doing a review you don't want to miss because who knows when the next show will be. Just kidding. Anyway, um, man, welcome back, man. How long's it been?
It has been a little too long for both of our liking. I know that it's been a matter of being busy. Daylight savings time hasn't kicked in yet. If anybody that's been following the show for the past year or so, if you've noticed, once daylight savings time kicks in, Brad and I are only 2 hours apart, and it makes it a lot easier to sync up and get the show done. So, not blaming it on that, just scheduling and everything else. So, without further ado, we are back, hopefully on a more regularly scheduled interval now. So, what do you have on your wrist today, Doc?
Man,
Oh, watch builder wrist.
I was. I'm switching my GCT to a bright white dot, and so I was kind of in the middle of that. So I was hoping to have that on, but
You know, one for you can use. So
pocket watch dial, isn't it?
yeah, it was.
Yep.
And I shouldn't have anything on today because I'm also building here and slamming my head against the wall because the crown won't stay in my 6498, but I'm building watch. But I have the 00024 Panerai. It's on the stainless steel bracelet right now because I got itchy from leather being wet against my skin after a while. But that's what happens when you just try to torture test things. So, what are you gonna do? I mean, I just got a little rash. I was like, I'll swap it out for the steel band for a little bit. Yeah, do that. So,
Well, what are we reviewing today?
okay, today we have a watch from 960. It's a 45 by roughly 4950 millimeter automatic diver. Here we are. And
Oh
you see
yeah, I've seen this.
traditional. This came from the UK.
Oh yeah, why am I?
Yeah,
Julio just-
960.
Yep.
It's a pretty traditional dive watch here. Sapphire crystal, 45, around 45 millimeter, I think.
The demo has a Miyota 8 series, but the final product's going to be a Miyota 9 series. That was a good upgrade choice for the production units.
Yeah. Well, the calipers say it's about 45 by 50. So it does fit nice. I'm going to put it on before we get too far into that. Which this is also a 40. Well, this is a 44 or 45 ish.
Plus 10 for the crown guard.
Yeah, that's what I said. Now, this watch also comes with a stainless strap. Comes in a really nice pouch here. So,
Oh yeah, it's a nice roll.
yeah, it's a four. Well, you could put 4 watches in it, or a couple watches and some straps, things like that. Really nice. Very back to the military, which was the idea of the design of this watch. 960 was actually the last three of his service number, and he's also a combat veteran from the United Kingdom. So, okay, without further ado, like you said, and here we go. So,
Yeah, it's a good.
it's a
You're
nice
big.
size. It's ergonomical. It fits really well. I'd like to see you try this one. It's very comfortable. I can't complain anything at all about the comfort. The loom is, if you're into loom, don't be surprised that it's not very luminous. I did
Do we
ask.
know? Is it C1 instead of C3, or do we?
It
Do we
could
know?
be. Well, on the outside, it appears that they're going for an antique style, and that's what the owner even said, that they were going for an antique style. But you can see it's applied indices and they're not very thick. So I know from having hand loomed things that the more you put on it, the brighter it gets and the longer it stays. This one is about medium brightness, immediately coming, say, inside from being out in in direct sunlight, and within 10 to 15 minutes fades to very, very dull. I've put it up against C3. C3 blows it out of the water. I've put it up against BGW9. BGW9 blows it out of the water.
Yeah, it's probably C1 then.
Yeah. So
layers.
The other thing, yeah, it has with this particular movement in it, this is just a prototype, but the second hand kind of judders and stutters around, and it really looks like a GCT. Actually, I could show.
Oh, it looks like a GMT hand.
6 o'clock. Yeah, it's a GMT hand, and it doesn't have any counterbalance on it, so it really does look like a GMT hand, which could confuse some stuttering around. But that, like I said, that's a temporary movement that's just in this prototype.
Yeah. The 9 series should be better, but I see what your point is. Like if you glance at the watch, I mean, a watch person's going to know what they're looking at, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, if you're wearing,
yeah,
with a big pointer, I get it. Now, ideas kind of behind this watch were kind of a mil spec diver. It works and it doesn't, because there's things that are kind of mil spec, like the less luminous lume, that I could see could be combat effective if you're in the field wearing night vision. It's going to look like, I've looked at it through night vision here because I own it, and you can see it plain as day. It's perfect. You go back to your average eyes and the average person who's not in the field, it's not. You're going to be.
Which is it's also a stainless case, so that's not going to be a good option for that application.
I mean, if you wanted to go purely functional, purely military, it would be either a PVD or Cerakoted case. Everything muted down. Then I'd kind of understand that. Now all that, it's running about 500 or 550, which is a little bit on the expensive side for micros, especially someone coming out of the gate and starting their company now.
What is the price in euros? And I'll do today's conversion. I mean, pounds. Sorry.
Right offhand.
Is it $3.99?
I think so. Because I think the pre-order special is done. And now, don't get me wrong, I'm not bagging on this watch, actually. I think it's extremely comfortable. To wear it on a daily basis it's great. Total, very little slop in the bezel, 120 click unidirectional bezel.
Well, so at 400 or 399 British pounds, that's 550 right now.
Yeah.
And that's a $1.37.9. So
welcome to inflation.
Right. Yeah. So 550, that is what some watch collectors or enthusiasts would say is on the higher end of the price scale for a Miyota movement. I understand. I've heard it. I'm like, so yeah. But
yeah, I think that screw down crown, 200 meters, water resistance, the standard. I mean, it's a standard diver.
Yeah.
Can you get more watch for the money? In this instance, I think so. But like I said, it's down to what you like. When people say, "Oh, I don't know what kind of watch to get," what do you think? I say, just get what you like. Don't get what I like. Get what you like, because it could be two completely different things. You're like, oh, you're worried about lume, and you're worried about this or that, or this second hand that kind of bugaboos and stutter steps on you, really bothers you, but I don't care. Hey, I mean, this thing it's a beast. It's a tank. It's going to take whatever you're going to throw at it. So by all means, if you're interested, back it. It's really, it's really cool. It's coming from a veteran in their logo. You can see it actually has kind of there's a 9, a 6, and then the 0 all worked in with the logo. So a lot of the detail work and everything with the branding has gone really well. I'm hoping that they add a little bit more loom. That shouldn't be a big deal if it's not already in production, which is a possibility. I don't know, but I'm just here to report exactly what I see. Nothing more, nothing less.
Well, as you were talking about the price, what I did was I pulled up Zelos, which is like the micro brand that everybody knows. I just pulled up one of their latest watch, the Mako version 3. It's a 300 meter diver. It's going for $550, 300 meter water resistance, Miyota 915. So it's very comparable outside of looking at the loom. That watch has a C3 loom and BGW9. So, if that's what you're looking for as a nice, strong, bright diver, categorically speaking, price wise, it's the same, but Zelos is going to give you 100 more meters of water resistance, which doesn't mean anything because nobody's going that deep. It's irrelevant. But the loom's what's going to sell a watch to a lot of enthusiasts these days. So it's, you're bringing up valid points. I could hear your hesitation about mentioning those things because we don't want to be known for bashing or anything like that. But at the end of the day, those are the weaknesses of the watch. It's a great case. It's got a sapphire crystal. It's a nice simplistic design. It's highly legible. So
yeah, I mean, it's just it's I'm sorry.
I said that's what I'm hearing from you anyway.
Yeah, I mean, just standard printed on. It's not. It's nothing fancy. It says 960 at the top. At the bottom says 660 feet - 200 meters. Pretty simple with a date, which I like. Thank you.
Where's the date? Is it at 3 or is it 6?
Date's at 3:00.
Okay.
And so
yeah, that works.
Which is handy for what most people are going to use as a desk diver. I kind of dislike the term, but I do understand it. This watch spends more time out of the water than it does in the water. Although, it will be going diving in a couple weeks in Mexico. So yeah,
there we go.
There we go. And this actually might as also. So we could be coming back with some pictures.
That'd be cool.
If that doesn't come back, or if I still have it. So, yeah. He said it was cool if I don't send it on to the next reviewer. So. And so, yeah, it's
Julio's in the comments from Split Seconds. You got to check his channel out.
Yeah, if you don't, yeah, it's so worth it. You're doing yourself a disservice if you don't.
Those cheesy memes and stuff he does.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. He makes watches fun. It's Brad and I kind of have this weird, funky personality to go back and forth. None of this is scripted. We pretty much just said we were both in the middle of building watches today, and so we really didn't talk at all before this went on. So if I'm rambling, eat it.
It is what it is.
So, it is what it is. And, but no, I mean, altogether, this watch, it has potential to be exceptional. Does it fall short of exceptional right now as it stands? Yes. Hopefully those can be dealt with in the future.
Man, you're messing up our flow.
Breathe. Bluish. I hope that means blush, but
right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, breathe. Okay, sorry. In the comments, we might need to call the Puerto Rican authorities and get them on. come over to Julio's house if he's blue. So
Right. Oh, I should have done this at the beginning of the show, but all y'all Mitchell fans, Seikos, I've been promised that they will be finished by next week. So if the stars align, I will have them by the end of the week, but that is unlikely. They should be shipped. They should be completed and shipped to me by the end of next week. So as soon as I get them, I'm doing my quality control thing, and then I'm going to get your pre-orders taken care of. And everybody else, you guys better get your order in before I get those watches, because the price is going up $50 to $499. So you've been warned. Get your order in before I get that round, because I'm raising the price $50 as soon as I have tracking, really, because then you're out of pre-order because the watches are on their way to me. So for all you guys that did pre-order, the quality control process is probably going to take 2 to 3 days. I'm going to try to do 10 watches at a time. So give me a few days. You'll see some pictures of the actual product as soon as I have some in my hand, and then just know that I'm going down the list based on first come, first serve. The very first order, Rich from Wrist Check Monthly, he got the first order in for the Seiko. So he probably won't be the first to get it because he's out of the country, but he'll be the first one with the tracking number. And then can't remember who's number 2 on the list, but we're going to get you guys all hemmed up pretty quick.
Yeah, I ordered one. So.
Yeah, I don't remember what you are. I think you're kind of in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, I don't know. It was somehow I got somewhere in the middle, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
It happens.
Well, the reason why that is for your case is because some of the guys transitioned their Air Commander order into a Seiko.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's, and the Air Commander was just a little bit petite for your wrist, which I completely understand and respect.
A little. It really wasn't that bad. I really enjoyed having that. When I did, I was like, man, this is really. It was one of those things. I was right on the edge. I really liked that watch, and it's a really fun watch. If you don't know what we're talking about, you can check back to, I don't know, 10 episodes ago or something and check it out. It's really a cool watch, kind of that, what would you say the case is? It's
a torno shape case, and it's got a nice kind of bubbly feel, like I think it's when I was looking at inspiration, I was looking at the Cartier Santos, but it has the bubbles of, like, I think it's a Cartier Roadster.
Yeah. But it definitely looks and feels like Cartier. It was a ton of watch for what Brad was asking for it. It was a really great watch, and the prototypes did find excellent homes. So I'm happy for that. Bummed I didn't get one, but that's the way it goes sometimes. If you don't bite the hook, you don't get it. So that's just the way it goes. So what else do we got, Doc?
Man, I think that's about it. I can't wait for those Seikos, man. The images I'm getting from the manufacturing process, the dials, the hand, like, everything's looking great. I can't wait. And I know you guys can't wait either that did order it. It's just such a unique piece. Like, that's my take on it anyway. It's a chronograph with less crowded dial, and that's a hard thing to accomplish.
And it has some water resistance too, isn't that correct?
I think it's 100 meters. That's definitely
good for a chronograph. I mean,
yeah.
You can go swimming with that, and not freak out. I'm not saying go scuba diving, but
don't be pushing those buttons though.
Yeah, don't push the buttons. Don't do anything. Don't be an idiot. But it's nothing is idiot proof, and I've busted my fair share of chronographs. So, and that's not doing anything wrong with them. They do that by nature. Sometimes they'll have a problem with the movement, the hand wind movement that you're using. I think it's a workhorse. I think it's going to hold up really well.
Yeah, I think so.
Hopefully, I'm hoping better than actually some of its Swiss counterparts that can be a bit finicky. Sometimes it's just the amount, the precision milled into the Swiss stuff. It's a little too tight, and you tend to, if you say you leave your watch on, you go and you're hammering something, and you're like, oh no, I need to take my watch off because you get all freaked out because you think you're going to break something. You might. This watch, you really don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. It should be pretty shock resistant. It should be, I'm not. Yes, you can break anything. You can take it out in the yard and shoot it. Yes, it will break, but for all intents and purposes, this should be a watch that'll live well past most of our natural lives and onto next generations, be of really, really nice quality. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that ST19, well, it's based off the Venus,
It basically is.
It is a Venus because it's made from the same machinery, et cetera, et cetera. But when you talk about tolerances nowadays versus like back when those original Venuses, is like there's some room to breathe. I kind of liken that to like a Chevy 350 versus like a Mercedes-Benz bi-turbo V8.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room for air there, but like the Chevy's V8, it's a little more durable, a little bit looser, which, gives it that extra tolerance for air.
Yeah, and if something little goes wrong with it, it's not going to feel like it's going to explode as soon as it happens.
Right.
So I know exactly what you mean. I think most people out there would know what that means. And it's just, it's a good workhorse is overused because there's a lot of movements that are. Building a watch with a 6498. I can't keep the stem in the watch now. It won't. This little screw that retains it doesn't work anymore. So I need to figure that out. I don't know how to do that, but so some of the older Swiss stuff is finicky, or maybe I screwed something up, and maybe I can fix it. Maybe I can't. Maybe I just need another movement. So
I got some ideas that we'll talk about off the air.
Yeah,
because I've played with plenty of those.
Oh, absolutely.
Man, do we need to cover anything else?
No. I know. Big shout out to Wrist Check Monthly. I know they're going to be having another. We're working on a new lottery. Mm-hmm.
For a charity. So the idea is that we're raising money to divide 4 ways for Christmas. Somebody in my area, somebody in your area, somebody in Rich's, somebody in Sean's at Wrist Check Monthly. So it's going to be kind of a more personal driven donation to make somebody's Christmas just a little bit better, or maybe a lot bit better, hopefully.
Yeah, I always hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're working on with them. Also, there's registration to win the silver wrist check that Wrist Check Monthly donated to us for hitting 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 followers, 1,000 likers, 1,000 whatevers.
Yeah, so thank you all. It's all 3 people that might be watching right now. And as long as we get out from being bluish, then yeah.
Right. He might be passed out, and I don't know.
Yeah, he might be rendered unconscious. So
hopefully he's all right. We'll know if another video gets posted, split seconds.
I'm sure he'll be all right. So
yeah. All right. I think with that being said, get on over to check out what website?
Oh, this is 960.
96
number 9, number 6 ZERO. And checkout.com.
Or is it .UK?
Julio, do you know?
This is how you know this is not scripted. I almost said that.
No, at all.
Yeah. But get on over and check out 96096 ZERO. They're on Facebook too, and I'm sure they're on Instagram, et cetera, et cetera. And
it's a cool watch. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not bagging on it. I'm just giving honest. Yeah, 96 number 9, number 6, and then ZERO.co.uk or UK. So 960.co.uk. There you go. So,
All right, guys. All right, so that's it for us. Check that watch out. Get your order in. It sounded like you didn't have very many pieces left after the pre-order closed, so don't mess around. It's a clean watch.
yeah, it is, and it's extremely comfortable. So, like I said, it's
Yeah, so
it's fantastic.
I'll put my 2 cents in real quick. I remember us talking to him throughout the process of it going around the world, and he's like, "Yeah, it's 45. It's a big watch, but I thinned it out so it wouldn't be so bulky." Which is, that's really half the battle, because when you got a 45 millimeter watch that sits, 15 millimeters thick, that's a clunker. But this guy's pretty thin, especially for a diver. It's like, to add water resistance to that's not necessary for function. It'd have to be thicker. So he nailed that. Plus the Miyota is a nice thin movement, so it facilitates that as well. But
that's why I said in its current state, which is prototype, it leaves some things to be desired. If those things check your boxes, and you know that the Miyota 9 series is a great movement, that's going to definitely bump up the finicky second hand and all that stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't really care about loom, that's up to you. I get it. But my thing is, not everybody's looking at it through night vision. So, don't expect it to be super bright if, 20 minutes after you turn out your light at night. Just not really going to happen. So, but knowing those things, you're going to get a quality timepiece either way. So, yeah, it's worth checking out.
Courtney Veteran, that's one of our big things too. So, even though he's British,
well, they're our ally. I think they're the last of them. So
right.
Well, we need you guys. Yeah. So yeah, we all got to stick together. So, but
yeah. All right, guys. I think that's it for us. We are signing off.
Until next time. Thank you for taking the time, and hopefully next time we will get a look at the Valhalla of Norway axe, which I do have here. I bought it and I have it to review, so we definitely have to get that one in. I have a couple more, and maybe we'll get this one out to Dr. Q so he can try it on, try the 45. That's I'm telling you, it's once you try it on, you're going to be sold on the fact that it's so comfortable. So
yeah.
Until then, enjoy.
Have a good one.